Hello lovelies and welcome back. Thank you for stopping by today. In today's video we'll be learning how to draft, cut and sew your bustier with yoke using a freehand method. If this looks like what you would love to learn, keep on watching and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Let's get into the video. I will be uploading the full tutorial for this dress, so stay tuned. So I have cut out what I need for the front of this dress, and you can see that it is being folded into two. So the first thing I'll be doing is to draw out a starting line. So we will be taking all our measurements from this line, and to know the amount of fabric to fold, divide the biggest part of your body measurement and then add some inches to your dress, like 4 inches. Okay, so in my own case, my bust is the biggest part, okay, 9 inches, and I added about 4 to 5 inches to the dress. So now I just this is my chest line of 8 inches, then my bust line of 10 inches, then my under bust line of 13 inches, and then my waistline of 15.5 inches. So because I'm cutting directly on the fabric, I marked 17 inches. So after joining, I'll be trimming out all the excesses. Okay, so this is the basic lines you'll be needing for this tutorial. So after lining out your dress like this, first thing first, we'll take our shoulder. Divide your shoulder by 2. In my own case, it is 14 inches divided by 2 is 7 inches. So I marked 7.5 inches because I'm drafting directly on my fabric, and then I'll connect the line just straight like this. Okay, so I'm just measuring the same thing, 7.5, just to ensure that I have a straight line. So I'll measure what I have here. I have 8 inches. I'll divide that by 2. That will be 4 inches. So on that 4 inches mark, I'll come in by half inch. This is to create my armhole. And then on my chest line, I'll place my chest circumference measurement of 9 inches. And then I'll connect it like this. So on your chest line, you'll be placing your bust circumference measurement. Okay, so I'll just connect it using my free hand. So after connecting it this way, next thing we'll be taking is our neckline. So for the neck width, I took 3 inches, and then for the neck depth for the front piece, don't forget to come down by 1 inch for your shoulder slope. So that is just what I did, and then I connected it. So I took a neck width of 3 inches and then a neck depth of 3 inches as well, and then I'll just connect it into my desired neck shape. So after doing that, after drawing out your desired neck shape, next thing we'll be doing now is to place our nipple to nipple. That is your bust span. My own is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So I marked 4 inches here. That 4 inches is because we are drafting directly on our fabric. So add half inch to your bust span basically. So I connected into a straight line, and then on this side towards the armhole area, I'm going to mark 1 inch, and on this side towards the center front, I'm going to mark half inch. So I repeat the same thing on the waistline. Okay, so I mark that on the under bust and on the waistline. So after doing that, just connect the 2 lines together this way, and then on the bust line, this is the bust line, you come down by half inch. This is to eliminate any pointiness, okay, around the bust area. and then connect it to this 1 inch and half inch. Okay, so after connecting it, next thing we'll do is to create the neckline. So this depends on what you want. Okay, so from here I came down by, initially I marked 6 inches, 5 inches rather, sorry, I marked 5 inches, but I changed my mind and then I am going to mark 6 inches. Okay, so from your shoulder line, just mark your desired length. Okay, so I marked 6 inches, and on this other part I'll mark the same 6 inches. Connect it into a straight line, just like this. And then after doing that, this dart line, you extend it. So I'll just mark 4 inches. Okay, just to extend the dart line. Now I am going to take half inch on both sides. For our over bust tightening, you can do 0.75. So I took half inch from both sides, and then I'll just connect it. Before then, on the bust line I'll go up by half inch again, and then I'll connect it this way. So can you see what we have? So after doing that, next thing I'll be doing is, notice a sweetheart neckline. So to create my sweetheart neckline, from these 6 inches that I marked, I'll come down by 1 inch. You can go as low as possible. Okay, depends on what you want. So watch the way I'll be connecting it to this my dart line. Can you see what I just did? Can you see how I just connected it? So go ahead and connect yours. And then this other one, I'll just connect it into the armhole line. So I'll connect it into the armhole line, and then I'll just keep adjusting it until I get my desired result. So after that, we'll go ahead and cut this out. So before we cut it out, forgot our body measurement. So I already marked my 9 inches for my bust line, my bust measurement, and then I replaced the dart that I have there, and then I added 2 inches extra for my stitching allowance. So I marked it, and then I'll come to the waist, mark my waist circumference. Then this dart, I'll also replace the dart. So that's just what I am doing here. After that, I'll connect it into a straight line, just like this. So we are done for the drafting of this dress with yoke. Now watch how I cut it so that you don't make mistake when cutting yours. Okay, so I first of all separated the yoke from the actual piece itself, and then I cut out the neckline. I added half inch on the shoulder line because this is our fabric. So now I'm cutting out the armhole, and this is it for the yoke. To cut the body parts, I'll be trimming off the dart, but we'll be cutting out the dart. Okay, so don't forget to knot your bust points and your under bust. So now I'll cut out this other side as well. Okay, so after cutting, this is what I have. This is what it is looking like. So I'll also notch the bust points. This is it for the drafting and for the cutting. So now I'll use this piece to cut out padded for my wording, and then for the yoke, I'll use the yoke to cut out another black lace fabric. I'll use that as my yoke. So I'll use this Ankara yoke to cut that out. I'll add half inch around this side when I'm cutting. So can you see the half inch? I have cut it, and this is what I did. So that half inch is for joining. So this is what the yoke is looking like, and this is my wording. I have attached it to the fabric, and I'll stitch it down, and this is the result. So now what you do is just place the midpoint of the fabric, place your lace on it like this, Okay, then stitch it down. After stitching it down, you start from the middle. Okay, so you stitch it by half inch, then you bring your lining, place your lining on it as well. The right side of your lining also should be facing it, not like this but like this. Place it like this, and then you stitch it by half inch. So I'll advise you start from the middle part to the other end, and that is it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.